D.C. this morning. At the White House there in the foreground, the monument in the background. President Trump back in Washington as Friday's August 1st deadline looms for new tariffs. U.S. and Chinese negotiators ended 2 days of trade talks with no breakthrough reached. NBC's Alice Barr is in Washington with the latest as the Federal Reserve meets today to decide what to do with interest rates.
Hi there. President Trump has backed off his threats of trying to fire the Federal Reserve chairman, who he believes has been too late on lowering interest rates. The open conflict raising questions about the Fed's ability to maintain its independence. A lot on the line heading into a critical meeting today. In a big week for the economy, all eyes are on the Federal Reserve and a highly anticipated decision this afternoon on whether to cut interest rates, as President Trump has been pressing for to boost the economy. Though most analysts expect the Fed to hold rates steady, wary of the potential for inflation, with a sweeping new round of tariffs set to hit on Friday. The Yale Budget Lab says product stockpiles have delayed many price increases for now.
What importers were trying to do was try to kind of pull in as much as they could into the economy in order to have to avoid the fact that ultimately they are going to have to raise prices.
While also projecting the tariffs will raise roughly $3 trillion for the U.S. over a decade. President Trump pointing to progress in one of the biggest outstanding trade negotiations with China, as the Treasury Secretary wrapped up talks without a deal, but with a possible extension to keep tariffs from shooting back up.
We'll either approve it or not, but he felt very good about the meeting. Better than he felt yesterday.
The president saying he intends to meet with China's president by the end of the year, as more European leaders voice frustration over the deal reached this week, setting a 15% tariff on most goods entering the U.S. from the European Union.
Dass es nicht so bleibt, wie es bisher war.
The German chancellor saying the tariffs will hurt both the German and American economies, as the French prime minister slammed the deal as an act of submission. Another key economic indicator coming on Friday, the July jobs report, with questions looming about the impact of the Trump administration's immigration crackdown and uncertainty over tariffs for U.S. businesses that import materials from abroad. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.